Hello, magical people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and today we're going to get into our astrology horoscope for Monday, November 24th and Tuesday, November 25th. We are at the start of this new week, and I actually really like the astrology for this week ahead. We've got some really, really positive aspects, positive news for all y'all out there. We do have some intensity still. We're still coming off of that super intense new moon in Scorpio influence that we had last week, which we're really still in the very strong energy of for the whole next 28 days, actually, until the next new moon. But yeah, so we're going to get into what's going on with the stars as above, so below, how that's affecting us. Thank you all so much for joining me. And please, I would really appreciate if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below to help with the channel's growth. It's greatly appreciated. And also, Mercury retrograde. Where's my other screen? Here it is. Okay, perfect. And also, this is the last week of my 10% off sale on my upcoming 2026 astrology webinar for all 12 signs that I am doing live December 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th. So if you want to use that 10% off discount code, which is just 2026, the number's 2026, you can get 10% off until November 30th at the end of the week. And if you can't join in live, no worries. There is unlimited replay access. We do have a lot of fun when it is live, though. We get interactive. I answer your questions, all that jazz, and very price affordable for all 12 sun, moon, and rising sign. Did I say sun, moon, rising sign? Yeah, sun, moon, rising sign for 2026. I feel like la, 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 la. It feels like very hard to talk today for some reason. Mercury retrograde. Oh, look at that. As I say Mercury retrograde, I pause. You can't make this stuff up. Sorry, you guys. La, 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 la. Mercury's still retro. This is our last week of Mercury retrograde. Thank God. I've been doing a cleanse for the past week. So this is my second week. I feel really good going into this week. I've been doing some intense workouts and stuff. So I'm going to speak slowly and gracefully because I feel like my words are a little bit la, 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 la. I also talk a lot doing readings, and I'm just freaking talking all the time. Anyways, enough about me. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. R.E. Millie, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, says, just purchased the webinar. Thank you so much. I'm excited to have you join in. It's going to be really fun. Linda says, I've already registered. Looking forward to a lot of fun. Yes, we are going to have a lot of fun. Amy says, I just finished an 18-day parasite cleanse. Oh my God, Amy, good for you. That is absolutely fantastic. Wowzers. Miss Invisible, hello, says, did you see that the real Britney Spears is exposed during Scorpio in new moon? Don't know what you're talking about, Miss Invisible. Let me know in the comments because I'm curious about that. I do love Britney Spears being a 90s baby, and she's doing some kind of concerning content lately. So maybe I have to do a little astro look into her, see what the heck is going on. There is a lot going on. So start of this week, I'm liking the energy of this week. You guys, we're going to be having Mercury conjunct Venus, Mars square the nodes today, exact on Monday. Venus trine Jupiter. Ooh, lucky ducky, Venus trine Jupiter, exact on Tuesday. Wednesday, Venus trine Saturn. Thursday, now everybody's going to be very happy about this. 2 planets going direct this week. Saturn goes direct on Thursday, and Mercury goes direct on Saturday. So this feels like this is a good ass week to be moving forward, getting things done. Of course, after Mercury retrograde, I'm talking by the end of the week on Sunday, Saturn and Mercury are direct. And honestly, you guys, I have noticed when Saturn is retrograde, okay, he's one of the outer planets, so they have more of a kind of generational collective influence, but I find it really hard to get things done in a timely manner while Saturn is retrograde. And I notice that the days that Saturn goes retrograde and stations direct, those are the wonkiest days out of the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think. The past 2 times Saturn stationed direct, really wonky days. So Thursday, okay, could be a little bit funky, not like anything bad happening, but you just may notice there can be time issues needing to reschedule, can be some funky stuff going on with time or delays on Thursday when Saturn goes direct. But yay, Saturn is going direct, and so is Mercury. So exactly for Monday and Tuesday, we got some cool stuff going on. We've got the moon in Capricorn for most of the day until later in the evening, Eastern time, and then moon is going to ingress into Pluto. We're going to have moon, moon in Aquarius. We're going to have moon in Aquarius conjunct Pluto tomorrow. I'll get to that. So this Mercury conjunct Venus today. And I don't have it exact on the chart to the degree, but they will be conjunct each other. I think it's at 22 degrees. Let me double check, you guys. Mercury conjunct Venus. I feel like I'm saying all my words wrong, so forgive me, you guys. I've been talking all day. Yeah, it's going to be at 22 degrees. Interesting. To kill or be killed degree. Dun, dun, dun. Lewis in the chat says, I agree. I've noticed time is going slower. Yeah, time is going to be kind of weird this week. It can either feel really slow or really fast. Saturn rules time, going direct on Thursday. Wow, Mercury conjunct Venus at 22 degrees, to kill or be killed in Scorpio. And what is the biggest crazy kind of news story going on at the moment? I mean, I know we're an international audience here on my megmoonbeam channel, but I think one of the absolute biggest crazy stories is the fact that Candace Owens announced, I think this was yesterday or the day before, that she is accusing the Macrons of France have tried to assassinate her. 2 hours ago, she tweeted, when everything is said and done and the public learns that Macron allegedly moved $1.5 million for my assassination, how will the world respond? So I think this makes a lot of sense. Mercury, information, conjunct Venus, women in Scorpio, death, assassination, conspiracies, intensity, 22 degrees, assassination degree. Candace is doing amazing work. She's going hard against the Macrons who are getting exposed. She is going hard investigating Charlie Kirk's assassination. She just had a baby like recently, and she's doing all this really intense investigative journalism work. Here's my cat, Ocean. Sorry, you guys, is in the background. Ocean, do you want to come up and say hi? Oh, come here. You want to say hi to everybody? One sec. Let's get rid of X for 1 second and let everybody see your beautiful face. What do you think about the astrology for Monday and Tuesday? Are we into it? Are we not into it? It's Saggy season. Daddy is a Saggy. Are you excited? He's just like, I just want to go downstairs. It's cold up here where my office is. Okay. Love you. I'm going to put you down. Sorry, you guys got distracted there. And always feel like whenever Ocean and Shia pop in, they want to say hello. They want to share their energy with us. Yeah, that's right. You do. Oh, Yenzi is here. He says he was just downstairs with me. LOL. So going back to Candace, 15 hours ago, she says, I have informed people in the federal government and the White House of the France and Israeli assassination plot, and am willing to provide full details as well as the name of the assassins and international accounts in France and Canada through which money was exchanged. Beyond that, I have shared more information with the public regarding the Brigitte story I was investigating at the time of Charlie's assassination. This is all available on my Instagram stories. Thank you all for reaching out and praying for my family. Wow, I think I'm going to have to do an astrology of Candace Owens video coming up. And by the way, my husband Jens, who is in the chat right now, today he just put out a video. He's doing a new series on his YouTube and Rumble channels called Conspiracy Card Readings. So actually, Jens just put out today a new conspiracy card reading on what will happen to Candace Owens. So you guys can go check that out if you want to over on the Jens Pateo YouTube channel. Thank you, Yenzi. So yeah, Candace is going hardcore and it's showing up in the astrology murder plots, assassination plots being exposed, Mercury conjunct Venus in Scorpio. Hopefully we don't have an assassination attempt actually happen on Candace or on a woman. I see this more of exposing information, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, conjunct Venus, having to do with politics, having to do with women, having to do with rich and powerful people. So that's going on in the collective. And for each of us in our personal lives, we're also having this Mercury conjunct Venus influence strong of continuation of this theme that we've been in during the Scorpio season and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio period of secrets being revealed, shadow work, right? Intense realizations, intense in-depth conversations. So it is intense, Mercury retrograde conjunct Venus in Scorpio, but I feel like it's enlightening and I'm actually really happy about what is being disclosed publicly this week. A lot of red pills this week and also in our personal lives for sure. We've also got Mars in square to the nodes exact today. So Mars 14 degrees Sagittarius in square to the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. And it is a little bit of a tension point. Okay, Mars in square to the nodes. Where are we in our empowerment journey, in our divine masculine side, Mars, when it comes to our current nodal axis of the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo? I always say, you guys, and this is just me personally, but the nodes are the most important part of your personal astrology chart, your North Node, which is your purpose and destiny in life, and the collective North Node, right? So we're going through this collective North Node in Pisces. So, and we've been going through an excess of Pisces energy. It also strengthens the Pisces energy, which can be brainwashing, not seeing things clearly, mind control, spiritual awakening in the good side, creativity in the good side. But this North Node in Pisces, it's wanting us to go towards the light side of Pisces. Spiritual, interesting, I'm hearing spirit say, spiritual discipline, mind, body, spirit connection, being of service, healing energies. So where are we at? This Mars in square to the North Node, it's kind of like a tension point of where could we maybe be a little bit better in our spiritual discipline, in our creativity, if you have any creative gifts, in being of service to the world, in that higher consciousness? And where can we also be a little bit better, Mars square the South Node in Virgo, when it comes to letting go of over control, being over anal, health issues, right? I think a lot of people, we can be feeling a lot physically today. Mars has a lot to do with physical health in square to the nodes in the health axis. Okay, so watch out today for accidents and injury. That sounds weird for me to say, but I'll just say it. Watch out today for moving too fast, accidents, making rash decisions. This is not a time to make rash decisions. This is a time to be empowered, balanced in your masculine and feminine side, and pay attention to what's going on. Remember that we're in a Mercury retrograde style, Saturn retrograde, a lot of the planets retrograde. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets retrograde, and 6 if you want to include Chiron. So this is not the time to be forcing things. I love that Dawn in the chat says stretch first. That's such a good analogy. I don't know if you're saying it to just in general, Dawn, or if you're responding to someone in the chat, but makes me think of, yeah, this is an energy of stretch first. I'm going to use what you're saying instead of running, going for the run, right? It's time to stretch. It's time to be mindful. It's time to take things a little slow, not force things at the moment. And it's big energy. There's a lot being revealed with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and with us still being in the influence of that new moon in Scorpio that we just had really for the next 28 days. So today is actually, I think, the most intense day of the week, which is good. We're getting it over with on Monday. Okay. And there can be positive and adverse to Mercury conjunct Venus and Mars in square to the nodes. When we go to Tuesday, Venus trine Jupiter, which we're in the influence today as well, but exact tomorrow. Ooh la la. And we're going to have a grand water trine with Venus too. That'll be exact later in the week. So this is luck. This is abundance, expansion, positivity, positive outlooks, breakthroughs in our healing journey. Venus and Jupiter are in water signs, which is about healing, transmutation, our emotions, family, spiritual side, right? Animals have souls on Rumble says, as our cats do, stretch first. That's right. That's right. The cats start off their day with a beautiful stretch. So be open on Tuesday to the blessings that want to come forward. I like that we're going to have the sun sextile moon conjunct Pluto. So yeah, continuation of shocking information, exposing of big secrets for the collective and humanity. And remembering your self-care during this process, right? You don't have to keep up with everything being exposed or everything going on at all times, whether you're into the truth or information, whether you're into, freedom, whether you care about celebrity, whatever the heck you care about. Take care of yourself first. I feel like that's what the astrology of right now is saying. And there's blessings to our inner world, to our psyche, to our home, family, personal life when we are in that self-care, right? That moon conjunct Pluto as well on Tuesday can bring big insights, downloads, new ideas. Pay attention to what comes through for you. So we're starting off the week intense on Monday, and it's going to lighten up throughout the week. So I'm very happy to share that. What else did I want to share with you guys? Oh, this is funny. Some of you guys probably saw that on X. I think they changed it so it's not there anymore. Let me know in the live chat if anybody knows for sure. But on X, they had it to where you could see where accounts were based out of. Oh, just one second. And a lot of Canadian accounts were based out of the USA. Liberal Party based out of the USA, NDP based out of the USA, BC NDP, CBC News, Globe and Mail, CTV, City TV. The Conservative Party of Canada and the Bloc Québécois were based out of Canada, but the Liberals are based out of the US. Okay, how does that make any freaking sense? The NDP is based out of the US. What? Interesting. Still going to do my Astrology of Canada video. That's coming up soon. Okay, before we get into our cards for Monday and Tuesday, I want to share this with you guys. Somebody tagged me in this, and I'm sorry. I forget who tagged me in this. I get sent a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I can't give you a shout out right now. but someone sent this to me. It's a speech that JFK did, and I have not seen this in a freaking dog's age. And I just felt called to share this during this Mercury conjunct Venus in Scorpio. Wisdom of JFK about what's really going on. Kerman on X, who posted this, said, "The only truth." Oh, no sound? Sorry, you guys, let me fix the sound. Sorry about that. Thought you could hear me. Okay, here we go. Rewind, reboot. Here we go. It's important. Let's take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence in the response and dedication of our citizens whenever they are fully informed. I not only could not stifle controversy among your readers, I welcome it. This administration intends to be candid about its errors. For as a wise man once said, an error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We intend to accept full responsibility for our errors, and we expect you to point them out when we miss them. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy. And that is why our press was protected by the First Amendment, the only business in America specifically protected by the Constitution, not primarily to amuse and entertain, not to emphasize the trivial and the sentimental, not to simply give the public what it wants, but to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and our opportunities, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
Wow. So basically exposing, did he say there's a monolithic conspiracy? Was that his words? Exposing secret societies, exposing what the heck is really going on here. I think that's a very powerful speech that JFK did. And, you know, it's around the time of year of the anniversary of his assassination, right? Right now, in the current times, we're dealing with the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Candace Owens supposedly having assassination attempts on her. I think there may be more assassination attempts on other people happening. I talked about that in one of my recent astrology videos. So much being exposed at this time. And it's important for us to, Ocean is stepping down, okay, to be aware of what's going on, but not let it consume us, right? Yes, there are conspiracies going on, and there's been a monolithic conspiracy against humanity. But it's important to remember not every single thing in life is a conspiracy. Not every single thing is fake. There is beauty and there is love. And we're here to bring the love at this time in a world of light and darkness. So I just feel like, remember the light. Remember to feed your light, feed your spirit. Don't get consumed by the darkness. Don't get consumed by all these things getting exposed, and take breaks when you need to. Okay, let's pull some cards for today and tomorrow. Oh my God, Judgment. Page of Pentacles. I've pulled that 3 days in a row now. Queen of Wands and the Six of Cups. Wow, that's a lot of different energies. We are in the judgment days. We really are. Answering the call to action creates new opportunity. I mean, we're in this. This is a Pluto card. So we're in the judgment days. We're in the judgment times. I'm not a religious person, but just using that as an expression, right? I'm feeling today like universe saying, don't let it consume you. This is a time of judgment. And this is also a time of karmic repercussions. And we need to be mindful what we're putting out there, what we're taking in, right? Page of Pentacles. Focus on your goals to bring great success. This is the Meaning Tarot. For those of you asking, gifted to me by Carol. Thank you, Carol. So yeah, there can be new ideas, opportunities. I was feeling that with the moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius with the other aspects that we have going on. We don't want to take any crazy action. Okay. There's innovation, there's new ideas, there's inspiration, there's a lot coming through at this time. We're being empowered, but remember that we're in a retrograde. Six of Cups. Reach out to others with love and compassion. So we're reviewing the past, we're healing. There can be people, places, things coming back from the past, nostalgia, memories, healing, comfort, pleasure after hardship. Yeah, it's intense. And you don't have to be like having a breakdown right now, totally losing your shit. Take a step back. Pause. Be in the flow. Pay attention. Okay, hope that resonates with you guys. Gemma, hi Gemma says, hi all, watching from Texas, where in 9 days we will be able to possibly purchase ivermectin over the counter. Oh my God, that's fantastic. I didn't know about that. That is so cool. Wow. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, maybe leave a comment below if you'd like to. If you'd like to check out my personal readings, those are available at my website, megmoonbeam.com. Link is in the description box of this video. And I do have gift certificates now available for readings for this holiday season and beyond. And it is the last week. This week is the last week to get the 10% off discount code on my upcoming 2026 astrology webinar for all 12 signs. Going to be very, very fun. Discount code is 2026. You can go check that out at my website, megmoonbeam.com. And yeah, what have I got going on this week? I'm going to be putting out December astrology video this week, full moon in Gemini astrology video, some other surprise content things. So stay tuned, everybody. Love you all so, so much. Excited that we're having Saturn and Mercury go direct this week. It's going to be great. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a surprise. Okay. Bye, everyone. Love you guys.